Welcome back to Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Anime Review Episode 2. Yeah, these are going to be episodes, not parts, because the series is still on the air, and plus also the series is coming back this summer. This one's 4 through 6, which is Book 2 of the series. Yep, Book 2. This one introduces one. Well, and also Familia, you don't really see very much of the series. Yes, the character is Lily, a puck, a porter. Yep. Yeah, she has like these kind of like cat ears. Yep. Now when Belle's first introduced her, she basically just runs into him while he's just walking back from doing some shopping with one of the guild girls, one who's got a crush on him. Yeah, so they go shopping. Of course, she gave him a guild support. Of course, they also update his armor to have sort of this red line with it and shoulder pads because he likes using light armor. Plus, it's cheap. So he saves her from another adventurer who wanted to beat her. Yes, she was part of the Soma Familia, who apparently don't actually have an actual goddess. They worship wine. Yes, wine that is very addictive. Yep. And pretty much this whole thing is it's her basically her little arc where she, despite the fact she works with him basically in the dungeon. Of course, they earn a good amount of money. Of course, she splits it in half and she gives her share to her own Familia because they also beat her as well. And of course, also in this period of time, Belle comes across a grimoire that was just happily left at the tavern he likes to frequent, which the one of the barmaids got a thing for him. And she basically doesn't read. He reads it, falls asleep, and gains a magic ability. Which magic ability? Firebolt. Yep, an ability, in case you're wondering, does he still use it? Yes, he still has his ability. I think it's by far the only magical attack he has. And he's like, and of course, well, the goddess decided to basically give him an update. And wow, he has got magic. He knows magic now. Awesome. And it's Firebolt. And when she's asleep, he decided to try it out right away. And he goes into the dungeon without his supporter and kills some fire ants. Yep, and then he exhausted, collapses, and Oz basically just happens to be in a dungeon, just happens to come across him. Also, I should point out though, part of her outfit is ripped. Yep, exposing part of her breast. And I don't think she freaking cares. Nope, she doesn't. She sees Belle. She does not know his name, but she's seen him before because of the Minotaur incident. And she pretty much puts his head and makes him a lap pillow. Yes, a lap pillow. By the way, this is going to play a little bit later. And he's like, of course, he thinks he sees his mother. And he's like, I'm not your mother. And when he sees her, he gets scared and he just rolls and runs away. And Ainz basically asks, when she runs into the person from the guild later, who actually frequently works with Belle, she asks about, apparently he's been asking about her, and basically it's what she found out his name. And of course, she's investigating basically his supporter. Yes, a short girl with average-sized breast, and she carries a gigantic backpack. Yeah, I'm like, how the heck can she support this damn thing? Of course, it's showing flashbacks. She had a different backpack in flashbacks, which kind of look like a big hiking backpack. Oh yeah, and also the adventurers she worked with, they love beating her and feeding her scraps. That's why she's so thin. And during the first time she worked together with Belle, she took his knife. Tries to pawn it off. Can't do anything with it. Lucky enough, they would take the knife away from her. Lucky enough, the two barmaids just happen to come across her, take the knife back away from her, and give back to Belle. And he basically just doesn't say anything about her. Of course, he does figure out later that she took it. He doesn't hold it against her. He does not hate her for it at all, because he understands her. Yep, and eventually this comes to play a little bit later, when Oz basically is asked as a favor to go into dungeons to probably protect Belle. Of course, she takes a couple of monsters along with it. Like, of course, is the one that starts to go to level 10, which has this sort of this open forest, not rock, basically kind of this open forest where it has these glowing trees. And they would take out basically not much of them. Of course, these monsters, it takes 2 fire bolts just to take these things out. Also, his hilt, they give it to him by the guild girl, gets knocked off. And if you wonder what happened to it, well, Eyes found it. Yeah, she found it just lying on the ground. And it looked like it was partial damage. She's probably going to get back to him later. Yeah, and the guild girl actually is not upset with him for losing it. Yeah, it's perfectly understandable, despite the fact also there's a period of time he also gets his knife taken away from him. And this other guild, the Silver Guild, yeah, of course, Loki's in this one. She is drinking, and she wants to update Oz. And it's like, maybe I'll give you a massage. She's like, do anything, I'll cut you. Yeah, she loves to do pervy stuff, where she loves to attempt to do pervy stuff. And she updates her, and then says, oh yeah, she's level 6, and then he just spits coffee at her mouth, which I thought was so hilarious. Kind of reminds me of, like, I've seen this a couple times, and people are drinking coffee, and they just spit out because something shocking happens. Yeah, like this last series also was My Brother's Mermaid, and the other series I've seen it was actually Tokyo Re, where Toka asks Kaneki if he's a virgin. He just spits coffee all over products. Yeah, it's also happened in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, where the main character is actually asked if he's in love with his childhood sweetheart, and he just spits coffee right at the dog. Yeah, I love this gag of basically people would ask something very shockingly, like something that's like almost sort of embarrassing, a shocking thing, and they spit coffee. It's so hilarious. Yep. Oh yeah, when series starts out, Ainz is level 5. Now she's level 6. And like, despite the, and of course and Lily of course betrays Belle, takes his knife, runs away. So he's able to get past the beast thanks to Ainz. He doesn't know it's Ainz. Just see some mysterious adventurer. Go, it actually is her. And then he saves her from a fire ant colony, which apparently the people we work with try to kill her in there. And the thing is, he forgives her for her actions because she has no choice in the matter. And because it was kind of her, basically kind of led him to her. Then she starts crying and she gives him a hug. And, well, the end of the episode, then she basically is like, I'm an adventurer looking for a supporter. You want to come with me? He's like, Master Bell. Yeah, she calls him Master Bell both in the light novel, in the manga, and in the anime. Yep, and they're back together. It's perfectly fine. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, when did she leave the Soma family? Doesn't leave it to book 7. Not for quite a while. So, yeah, probably won't see us to season 2. I gotta say, pretty good set of episodes. Like the introduction of the character Lily. And funny thing is, the goddess does not interact with her. Also, it's just the goddess has got another job. She works at Armor's shop now. Like, that's interesting. It's also the same shop where Bell finds his armor, like his new armor. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, does meet the guy who made this thing? Yes, he does. When it's damaged, so it basically gets the thing repaired when he meets up with the guy later. Yeah, but not much else to say about these episodes. Really good. Now, my next review is not going to be another episode of this review series. It will actually be One Piece next. Well, next, of course, will be our review of news. Next 2 videos will be reviews for Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia. And then it'll be One Piece, okay? Here's the next video. Bye.